Welcome everybody. Can you hear me clearly enough?
Yes.
Okay, just in case you don't know me, my name's Gina, and thank you for coming. So good to see you all here. Before we start, I'd like to tell you a story. Now, I don't know, how many people know that I used to be a full-time school teacher? Some of you knew that, some of you didn't. When you're a teacher, and I was a teacher for 30 years, there are probably around about maybe 5 to 10 kids, students that you've taught in the past that stand out. One of my students, her name is Victoria, and she was amazing. Well, she was amazing at school. I'm sure she still is amazing. Actually, she is amazing. And she was really smart. She just had a great IQ, and she had also a fantastic EQ. She was amazing. I love that word, amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. And she will always stand out for me. So, her parents wanted her to go to university and study medicine. That's how smart she was. Anyway, she nailed it, she got in, and she did her medical course. And she became a doctor. Everything that her parents wanted her to do. The only thing was that while she was at uni, Victoria found this musical group. And the musical group, she just had never really done music before, but the musical group actually captured her attention. And she found her voice. She loved to sing. And what had happened then after, when she found this group, they used to practice together in the garage, of course, and then they would start playing at weddings and funerals and bar mitzvahs and bat mitzvahs and everything in between. So, one day, Victoria was at a wedding and she was singing. And as she was singing, she noticed that this father got up on the stage with his daughter, and his daughter was disabled. And she was about 10 years old, she had crutches. But the dad, he was dancing with her as Victoria was singing and the band was playing. And at the end of the song, the father came up to Victoria and said, would you mind if my daughter sang with you? She's got a beautiful voice. Do you mind if she actually sings with you? So they worked out the song that they would sing, and they worked out, that they all knew the music, etc. And they sang this song, and the girl had a beautiful voice. At the end of the song, Victoria and the young girl started to speak. And Victoria said something to that young girl that completely changed the course of her life. So, who wants to know the secret to happiness? Great, love that. Okay, so I just want to actually talk about 2 ways that we can actually live our lives. The first way is to take full responsibility for everything that happens in our life. The other way is not to take full responsibility, to blame everything on everything else but ourselves. To be a cause, that's what it's called, being a cause, this side of the equation, taking responsibility for our lives, it is a really powerful place to be. Because that's when we say, I take responsibility for my relationship. I take responsibility for my work. I take responsibility for everything that happens in my life. It's a very powerful place to be. Okay, the other side is called being at effect. That means when you actually blame everybody for things that happen. For example, it's my boss's fault. My husband's a bastard. My kids are little shits. Whatever. You got the picture, right? Not a really nice place to be, is it? Yeah? Again, at cause, powerful. At effect, shitty. Right? Shitty. At cause, taking responsibility, being confident, walking with your head up. At effect, shitty. wine, 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 wine. And I don't mean the good wine either, okay? That's the good wine. This is the bad wine. Oh, my life is so crappy. Everybody, my mother hates me, my dad, It's everybody else's fault but my own, right? So, good, shitty. Good, shitty. Good, shitty. Anyway, you get the point, right, guys? So, what we're going to do now is we're going to do a bit of an activity. There are 3 things I'm going to get you to do. I'm going to give you 10 minutes. So you need a pen and paper. The first thing I'm going to do is to get you to go out and write something that's happened in the last week where you have genuinely been at cause. Now, be really serious here, okay? Think about where you were at cause. The second thing I'm going to get you to write down, and again, you have to be even more honest with yourself with this one, is to say where you've been at effect. When have you blamed somebody for something that's happened? When haven't you taken responsibility? And be really honest about it. The third thing I'm going to get you to do is to really think hard about how that you could have taken that last thing and flipped it so you could have been a cause in that situation. So, 10 minutes. See you shortly. Welcome back, everybody. How did you go with that? Who would like to share? Who would like to share? Yeah, beautiful, beautiful, yeah. Thank you, everybody. That's wonderful. Fantastic. Now, are there any questions? Blah, blah, blah. That's what we did. Got it. Fantastic. Okay. Right. Who wants to know what Victoria told the young girl? Yeah? Was that actually tango enough for you guys? Yeah? Yeah? Come on, Raph. Well, Victoria leaned into the little girl, and because Victoria knew herself that she probably had not been living her complete dream. And she said to the young girl, you go away and you go and live your purpose. And I can tell from the way that you sang that song that your purpose is to sing and to make other people happy. The young girl actually did do that. Around about 10, 15 years later, this young disabled girl, she actually became really famous. She formed a band with 3 or 4 other people who were also disabled. And they were like a disabled band. And they actually travelled all around the world inspiring all the other disabled people that they could actually live a dream and live on purpose and take responsibility for their lives. Cool story, hey? Yeah. Thank you.